Myth number 5, the team won't follow systems. And I think we've all kind of experienced that, where you can set up a system and no one does it. It's almost like, I look at this always, it's like the sign in the kitchen, please wash your cup. You know, you walk in and the sink is overflowing. You know, like that's, for some reason, that's how we often envisage it's, whatever system we have is going to be the same. Why waste your time? No one's going to freaking do it.
Yeah, it's pretty common, particularly with established businesses.
Right.
Oftentimes the biggest challenges that you'll have when introducing systems and processes to a business is with your existing staff, because they've always done something a certain way. We've always done it this way. Why do we need to change? Yeah. And that's where the resistance is. But for new team members, when they come on board, if you've got a good framework in place, if you've got systems and processes, and that's all they know, that's just the way that you do things here.
It has to be done that way then, right?
It's really about changing the culture within the organisation. I think, and sometimes those that are most resistant actually can become your biggest champions inside the business once they start to see the benefits and the results. I did some work with another company, comes to mind this guy Trevor. He was quite resistant to the implementing of systems, but the business owner wanted to install it, and the business owner had me working with Trevor. So he just couldn't find the time. He you know, and he's like, why do we need to change? Why do I need to capture this? And Mike's just like, just do this, trust me, just follow through the process. And we started working together over 3 months. We captured the critical parts of his job, which was to do with managing Facebook advertising. And then once we got those systems down, he was able to start plugging in team members underneath him. And he shared his how-to documents with those team members. So he was able to dramatically decrease the amount of time he would have to put into a team member to get them up to standard and speed and deliver to a certain result. As soon as he started to taste that, he became a system advocate and a champion. Yeah. And that's, I see that quite often. But you have to persist. Yeah. And sometimes you will find team members that aren't the right fit. There are team members that will create a black box around them, that don't want things systemized or to have a light shone on what they're doing, because that's created job security for them. For whatever reason, they think, hey, if you're able to replace me, I'm now replaceable.
Yeah, I do see that. It's insecurity, and to be honest, it's also a bit, I guess, a symptom of bigger issues in the business from my experience as well. Yeah. You know, when you've got that kind of culture in there. So, interesting.
And those team members, as you go through the systemology process, will actually start to self-select them out. And that's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
And then you bring in new team members who are on board with the culture, and a systemized business, it runs in a very different way to a non-systemized business. It's much more smooth, less chaotic. Everybody knows what everybody's working on and when things are due. I mean, problems always happen, and they will happen in every business. But you just operate at a different level from a systemized business.
Okay.
I'm solving a very specific problem for a very specific person. You have target audience that is clear, you know what you're selling and who you're selling it to. And you're now at a point where this is kind of working. My dream is to free all business owners worldwide from the daily operations of running their business. Then once the business gets to a certain size, that's when it needs to be handed over to someone to grow it through to the next level. Something that I've really recognised, it's this systems component, and it's so important, and it is the answer, the secret to break through to that next stage.